Kamala Harris quickly became the Democratic Party's presidential nominee after Joe Biden decided to step aside. This happened in less than 2 weeks. Her nomination has energized the Democratic campaign, which raised a record $310 million in July, double the amount donated to Donald Trump. Kamala's journey to this point has been unique and challenging. Let's look at her career in life. Just 5 years ago, Kamala was a senator from California hoping to win the Democratic nomination for president. Her career began in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office. In 2003, she became the top prosecutor for San Francisco. Later, she made history by becoming the first woman and first black person elected as California's Attorney General. Using this momentum, Kamala successfully ran for California's junior U.S. Senator seat in 2017. However, her 2020 presidential campaign was unsuccessful. Despite strong debate performances, her policies weren't well articulated. Her campaign ended in less than a year. Joe Biden brought Kamala back into the national spotlight by choosing her as his vice presidential candidate. As vice president, Kamala focused on several key initiatives. She launched a nationwide Fight for Reproductive Freedoms tour, highlighting the harm caused by abortion bans. She called on Congress to restore the protections of Roe v. Wade after the Supreme Court overturned it in 2022. She set a new record for the most tie-breaking votes cast by a vice president in Senate history. Her votes helped pass important laws like the Inflation Reduction Act and the American Rescue Plan. She also helped confirm Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court. However, Kamala struggled to gain broad appeal among Americans. Despite her leftward leanings on issues like gay marriage and the death penalty, she faced criticism for not being progressive enough for some Democratic voters. The phrase "Kamala is a cop" was often used against her in the 2020 campaign. Biden also tasked Kamala with addressing the root causes of migration as record numbers of immigrants came to the U.S.-Mexico border. This has been a challenging issue, with critics saying she hasn't made enough progress. She was criticized for taking 6 months to visit the border after entering office. While border crossings have decreased dramatically this year, it remains to be seen if she can use this as an advantage in the presidential election. Now, let's look at Kamala's background. Kamala was born in Oakland, California, to immigrant parents, an Indian mother and a Jamaican father. Her parents divorced when she was 5, and she was raised mainly by her Hindu single mother, Shyamala Gopalan Harris, a cancer researcher and civil rights activist. Kamala grew up connected to her Indian heritage, visiting India with her mother. However, her mother also immersed Kamala and her younger sister Maya in Oakland's black culture. Kamala has said that her mother raised them as black girls, determined to make them confident, proud black women. Kamala's biracial roots and upbringing could help her connect with many Americans, especially in areas experiencing rapid demographic changes. Her time at Howard University, a prominent historically black college, was particularly formative. There, she engaged in political discussions and debates, developing her argumentation skills. Kamala also spent time in Canada when her mother took a job at McGill University. She and her sister attended school in Montreal for 5 years. This diverse background has made Kamala comfortable with her identity, and she simply describes herself as an American. Throughout her career, Kamala has shown the skills that allowed her to break barriers. Her wit, humor, and debating skills have been key to her success. Her ability to deliver zingers in live debates helped propel her initial bid for the Democratic presidential nomination. In her personal life, Kamala married lawyer Doug Emhoff in 2014 and became a stepmother to his 2 children. The children affectionately call her Momala. They've been portrayed as a modern American blended family, an image that has garnered much media attention. Many argue that Kamala should also be recognized as the inheritor of generations of black female activists. She follows in the footsteps of women like Fannie Lou Hamer, Ella Baker, and Septima Clark, continuing their legacy of fighting for change and breaking barriers in American politics. Kamala Harris's journey to becoming the first black female presidential nominee is a significant moment in American history, reflecting both the progress made and the challenges that remain in the country's ongoing struggle for equality and representation.